You don't look so tough now, do you? Drop the gun now, kid.
Cole sneered, pressing the muzzle of a training pistol against Parker's forehead. His grin was all teeth and contempt. Laughter cracked across the yard, sharp, mean, and echoing too long. Fort Ashland woke beneath a cold dawn. The parade ground rattled with cadence and ambition, boots pounding gravel, voices reaching for the perfection they believed made soldiers. At the edge of the yard, a transport door slammed, and a single woman stepped down. No insignia, no nameplate. Danielle Parker moved with the quiet assurance of someone who didn't need introduction. Her eyes swept the field, cataloging errors the way a surgeon notices wounds. A cluster of cadets leaned on the fence, trading jokes loud enough to be heard. Ryan Cole, tall, square-jawed, proud of his own echo, nudged Tyler Moss. "Look at that. Guess recruitment's doing charity work now." Tyler laughed. "Maybe she's here to pose for the diversity brochure." The laughter spread, thin, nervous, cruel. Danielle ignored it. Two sparring trainees shifted their weight wrong. She said, calm as breath, "Your stance is too wide. You'll fall before you strike." Cole's grin widened. "Appreciate the tip, sweetheart, but we've got instructors for that." "I noticed they didn't correct you," she replied. A ripple of unease followed the line. Tyler muttered, "She's got an attitude." Danielle's gaze found him, steady, unreadable. "I've seen worse." Cole stepped closer. "You sure you belong here? This place breaks people." Her tone didn't shift. "Good thing I'm not easy to break." The instructor's whistle blew, saving him from answering. As the recruits scattered, Cole called over his shoulder, "We'll see about that." Danielle turned toward the flag whipping above the yard. Patience, always patience. Lessons landed harder when the arrogant thought they were in control. Night drills came and went. Rumors followed her through the barracks, questions about who she really was, why the instructors deferred when she passed. Cole's pride swelled with each whisper. He decided the next day would settle everything. Morning again, clouds rolled over the yard, turning the world the color of steel. The whistle sounded, close quarters combat. Cole grinned. "Parker, you and me." Danielle met his stare without hesitation. "If you insist." They faced each other inside the chalk ring. Around them, cadets formed a wide circle. Cole circled first, shoulders loose, words sharper than his footwork. "Funny thing about patience," he said. "Looks a lot like fear." "Then you haven't seen fear," she answered. His smirk twitched. "I've seen enough to know you don't belong leading soldiers." Her voice dropped. "And I've seen enough to know why you shouldn't." Laughter rippled through the circle, but it didn't last. Danielle's stillness began to drain the noise out of them. She didn't posture, didn't blink. She was studying, measuring angles, timing breath, reading arrogance, like a map. Cole needed to win the moment. He stalked to the rack, grabbed a training pistol, and turned back toward her. "Let's see if that calm holds," he said. The world seemed to slow. Gravel ground beneath his boots, the wind clanged the flagpole rope. He lifted the pistol, pressing the muzzle against her forehead. The laughter died. Inside Danielle, memory unfolded. Sand, heat, rotor wash, the echo of a comrade's voice. "Patience, Parker. Read the field before you strike." She exhaled once, eyes never leaving his. "Go ahead," she said softly. "Learn something." The steel in her tone made his hand tremble. For a second he saw himself as the others did, a boy playing at power. The gun sagged. Danielle moved. One pivot, one precise twist, wrist, elbow, leverage. The weapon flew from his grasp and clattered across the dirt. Before he understood, he was flat on his back, air gone from his lungs. The circle erupted in gasps. Dust rose around her boots as she stepped back. "Rule 1, she said, voice low but carrying. "Never aim what you can't control." Cole rolled, coughing. She waited until he met her eyes. "Rule 2, underestimate no one." He lunged again. She caught the motion, redirected it. This dropped him harder. Silence spread. The instructor at the edge of the ring started forward, recognition dawning. "Commander Parker?" he blurted before catching himself. The title struck the yard like thunder. Cole froze. Whispers rippled through the ranks. "Commander? Navy SEAL commander?" Long before Fort Ashland, Danielle Parker had already fought wars most of these cadets couldn't imagine. She'd enlisted at 19. No family name, no safety net, just grit and a promise to herself that failure wasn't an option. The first woman in her unit to make it through SEAL qualification, she'd spent months dragging her bruised body through surf torture and sleepless nights, earning respect the hard way. One blister, one broken rib, one mission at a time. She'd led extractions under fire, carried wounded men across deserts, and stood before closed doors that stayed shut until she forced them open. Every setback became a lesson. Every doubt from others, a spark that pushed her farther. By the time she earned her commander's pin, she'd buried friends, endured headlines that questioned her place, and learned the one truth that shaped her. Strength isn't inherited, it's built alone in silence when no one believes in you. Danielle straightened, dust on her sleeves, calm, unbroken. Now you know why I'm here. The wind shifted, cooler now, sweeping the dust from the ground. Danielle looked over the silent semicircle of faces, some ashamed, some awed. You think shouting makes you leaders, she began. You think the uniform gives you respect. It doesn't. Respect is earned when no one's watching, when you can control what happens here. She tapped her temple before it shows here. Her gaze lingered on Cole. Out there, arrogance gets people killed. I've seen men with every advantage fall because they couldn't see past themselves. I've seen people you'd call weak hold the line when everything broke. She paced slowly, boots crunching in rhythm. You look at me and see someone who doesn't fit your picture of strength. That's fine. The world out there doesn't care what picture you carry. It cares if you can stand beside whoever's next to you and keep them alive. No one moved. Even the instructor stood at attention. Cole swallowed hard. Why come here? Because this place teaches the next generation, she said, and I needed to know if it still teaches character. The flag cracked overhead, a sound like punctuation. She stopped in the center of the ring. Pick up your weapons, she ordered. We start over. Days passed. Under Parker's watchful eye, Cole and the others moved differently, feet lighter, eyes sharper, breaths measured. Misty mornings became drills in balance, afternoons turned into precise strikes and controlled falls. Laughter faded, focus grew. Every stumble was corrected, every hesitation noted. By the end of the week, the swagger was gone. In its place, a unit that moved like a single body, each cadet sharper, faster, and more aware than before. No one hesitated. The cadets moved in unison, forming ranks tighter than before. Tyler murmured, "She never even raised her voice." Cole answered quietly, "Didn't have to." Danielle looked toward the rising sun. "Every generation needs a reminder," she said under her breath. Then louder, "Form up." The whistle blew again. This time the boots struck the gravel together. Every cadence sharp, every voice steady. For the first time, Fort Ashland sounded like a unit. Stories like this remind us that strength isn't loud, it's disciplined. That respect isn't given, it's earned. If this story moved you, share it. Let it echo. Because somewhere, someone still believes patience is weakness, and they need to see what real power looks like. Follow for more untold stories, the kind that make you feel.